All right, ladies and gents, today we're going to be taking our very first look at the brand new QUANTUMANIA uniform for the WASP. And I gotta say, it looks decent. It looks more than decent. It actually looks good. Surprisingly good. When I seen it on paper, I had a feeling it was going to be okay. And I can honestly say this is the best uniform the WASP has ever gotten. There's only one thing that I would have liked from what I've seen from her so far, and it's like, it's unfortunate that they didn't give her iframe ignore on her 1 through 5, just because of the fact that she has PvP potential. Hold on, I missed my prop there because I thought a second cage was coming, but he still hasn't done it yet. Did I skip a second cage without realizing it? Am I that legendary? I don't know. But anyways, I wish she had gotten iframe ignore, just because of the fact that she has 20% extra HP on her passive, which is pretty good. And then she also has, hold on, the debuff removal on her tier 2 passive, that all of that applying to your allies, regardless of who they are and what side they fight for, heroes or villains, right? So it's really cool, and I wish they had just given her one skill that had iframe ignore outside of the 6 skill. That would have been really good. Oof. We don't have much in the way of damage reduction, so can't really expect her to tank. She's looking pretty good. She's fairly safe and really proc friendly. She has a heal now. Hold on. I really like her 5th skill. So her 5th skill is a copy of Electro, only you don't have any control over it. However, one thing that I really like about it is, you know how sometimes a character is in an iframe, but the X doesn't actually move, so their positioning on the map, or their position rather on the map, stays the same. So if the boss has iframe ignore, wherever your X is, they can hit you, even if you're in an iframe. For Janet, her 5th skill is really cool because it moves around the enemy, like it encircles them. And basically, even if the enemy has iframe ignore, a lot of the time they're not able to hit you just because you're constantly moving. Like, look at this. That was pretty cool. Let me actually see if I can get this guy in the next phase. There we go. So I think it's really, really cool what they did with her 5th skill, and I wish they do it more often, but I guess it would get played out if they do it all the time. But seeing her in the iframe and moving around, and the X actually moving with her, is really, really good. That gives an extra level of safety, even if the enemy you're attacking has iframe ignore. So let's go 3, 6, 4, and then proc on the 5. Really, really good. Let's go 3, 4, and then 5. Could definitely be a little bit faster. I think MODOK was faster than this, but MODOK had the advantage of using Ancient One for some elemental damage. So one of the downsides I've found so far regarding the WASP, which kind of limits her usability, or I guess her versatility, whatever you guys want to call it, her usage, is the fact that she doesn't have very much in the way of tags. And it's the same for Ant-Man. Like, Ant-Man only has the agility tag, she only has the fast movement tag. Cassie has the combination of both. Oh, come on, really? The range on the fort. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the damage accumulation there. Yeah, we still got him. Yeah, so this is easy for her. But unfortunately, maybe we could go higher. I think the next stage that she could be used on is 45. Because 44 is super villain. Yeah, I think we could try her up there. Yeah, she's actually kind of doing really well here. By the way, I don't have a CTP on her. Just using a regular obelisk. So between the debuff removal and the extra defenses, damage reduction and whatnot, plus the HP, find it almost impossible for her to die. And I really am digging the movement. Plus she also has immunity and invincibility. Yeah, she has a lot going for her in this uniform. Like I said, Literally the only problems I have with the Wasp right now is one, not many tags, so a lot of stages are just you're not gonna have access to her, and two, no iframe ignore outside of the, hold on, there we go, outside of the 6 skill. I think you could go 6 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5, to be honest. Unfortunately, of the boss moves, as you can see, the majority of the damage on the awaken skill is lost, so you need to keep them encircled. Unfortunately, that rotation being away from the boss cost us some damage. Yeah, very proc friendly though. I really like what they did for Ant-Man and the Wasp, because both of them before had no cancelable skills. At least this time around, she has one, he has one. Okay, let me see if I can keep him in the corner here. Come on. We would have had that done there. She has debuff removal and invincibility, so can't really be guard broken under most circumstances. So that was pretty good. I think we could have definitely done it faster, and this is without a CTP. So okay, let's see how she does against Ultron. We're running stage 19. Let me see, Janet. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's actually a really good burst there. Oh, really, really good. Okay, so I think we can definitely do like stage 24 with her then. Oh, come on. See, right about here is where I'm missing that iframe ignore on her, man. It would have been really nice. Net marble. Oh, come on, really? One of my skills hit a little too early and triggered the proc. Really good movement. We just dodged all of those attacks, even though they could have hit me because they had iframe ignore on it. So I'm gonna tell you right now, she is strong, but not just strong. She's actually kind of fun. And then on top of that, easy to use. So you know how like certain characters, they might be strong, but they're annoying to play because their skills get canceled constantly. Yeah, the Wasp is not like that, because you're proccing on a skill that keeps you in an iframe, and it has amazing tracking and really good range. Like, oh come on, that was BS, bro. Like, guy just keeps doing some dumb stuff, but like, I actually genuinely like playing with the Wasp. Okay, so we go 6, 3, 4, and then 5. Love seeing her move around. It's actually really easy to keep track of her in all of that chaos because the screen actually changes when she moves around as well. If I was not a Wasp fan and I needed a leadership / support character, I'd get her. I think where we are right now in the game, because we have Shuri and Wave and White Fox and the potential of Nick Fury at some point, and then Coulson, and for the most part damage increasing. Hold on. Okay, let me just make sure this guy doesn't do anything dumb. He's gonna jump to the center here. Anyways, can we I wanted to get him down to 8 bars. For the most part, damage increasing support characters are more popular and more useful. So we would need a piece of content or a specific boss that doesn't necessarily... What? Come on. There we go. I hit him. He has really good dodge. But anyways, we would need a boss or a piece of content that... hold on. Let me see if I can... He's not gonna get out because we're in an iframe and the tracking is kicking in. But yeah, we'd need a piece of content or a specific boss that doesn't have really high defenses, but just keep, like, I don't know, poisoning you or bleeding you or burning you, to make use of the debuff removal from WASP to actually make it worth it, you know? Because there's nothing in the game right now where you would want to sacrifice Shuri's tier 2 passive or White Fox's tier 2 passive or even Wave's tier 2 passive to get WASP debuff removal, you know? That's the thing. the damage is just always king. But if we get a specific piece of content where survivability is an issue and debuff removal could help, then maybe she could get some play there, because overall her DPS isn't bad. I might actually have to do a little bit of a comparison between her and maybe Shuri or something. I don't know. So yeah, overall, the WASP, pretty good character in my opinion. This is the best she's ever been. They did a great job here. Easy to play, fun to use, strong, good survivability. I don't have too much in the way of complaints. Rotation is just 3 delay cancel, 4 insta cancel, and then proc on 5. If you have the 6, then obviously pop the 6 first and then do a slight delay on 3, cancel the 4, proc on the 5, and have fun. In case you guys were wondering, we did all of that with an obelisk. So with a CTP of energy or destruction, it would get significantly more damage. I might do that if you guys want to see. Hit me up in the comments.